Did you know Mainz have announced decision to suspend Anwar El Ghazi after he posted a pro-Palestinian Instagram story and took position in political discussion, club reports?
It's true. After being suspended for an Instagram post where Anwar El Ghazi wrote of Israel cutting off food, water, and electricity, the possession of nuclear weapons, the blank checks from the West, the slew of misinformation, the censorship, and using the G word, including a saying many extreme right-wingers and even liberals cling to with a false definition, the club made its final decision to terminate his contract. It is a shocking move, but one many felt was likely coming.
It's only right that we show this because I couldn't believe. I'm not surprised. Here's the latest on Anwar El Ghazi over at Mainz in Germany. Mainz have officially terminated Anwar El Ghazi's contract with immediate effect. He was suspended, then re-included in the squad, but mentioned again that he does not regret showing support for Palestine. Mainz have now decided to terminate his contract, and El Ghazi replied with this. Here is his personal Twitter, where he's come out and said, "Stand for what is right, even if it means standing alone. The loss of my livelihood is nothing when compared to the hell being unleashed on the innocent and vulnerable in Gaza. Hashtag stop the killing." Anwar El Ghazi, I'm going to just say this little brief message for you. You will find a bigger opportunity right around the corner, my friend.
Yunez Talks Football on YouTube broke down the El Ghazi situation. Check out his channel if you can. We'll leave a link in the description to his piece. In a recent statement, Mainz said that El Ghazi's deal had been ended due to comments and posts from the player on social media without offering further information. El Ghazi, 28, was previously suspended by the club over a since-deleted post about the conflict in the Middle East, but was allowed to return to practice earlier this week. In regards to that original post by El Ghazi, the club, after initially suspending him, lifted the ban by claiming he showed remorse. El Ghazi, meanwhile, said he did not distance himself from it. Personally, what I and many others find head-scratching is El Ghazi's a pro who has shown support for Palestine in the past. When playing in the Premier League, he held the flag. Mainz signed him on a free transfer. They knew who he was. And yet, suddenly this catches them by surprise? I mean, come on. I call BS on all of this. To give an idea on why some outlets believe it's justifiable, the Times of Israel wrote, El Ghazi had shared several posts on social media early in the conflict, including one that carried the phrase, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free," a slogan used by Hamas and others to advocate for the destruction of Israel, since Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza sit between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea. To be clear, because I know that these get assimilated with one another when they shouldn't. This is a Zionist point of view. When Palestinians call for freedom from the river to the sea, they are calling for decolonization and the dismantling of this racist colonial entity which dominates their lives, and seek to replace it with a state that would not exist at the expense of the subjugation of others. Dr. Naimer Soltani, a lecturer in law at the School of Oriental and African Studies, would say the adjective expresses the need for equality for all inhabitants of historic Palestine. Those who support apartheid and Jewish supremacy will find the egalitarian chant objectionable. Freedom here refers to the fact that Palestinians have been denied the realization of their right to self-determination since Britain granted the Jews the right to establish a national homeland in Palestine through the Balfour Declaration of 1917. This continues to be the crux of the problem, the ongoing denial of Palestinians to live in equality, freedom, and dignity like everyone else, Soltani said. Incredibly or not, there is no condemnation from Netanyahu's Likud party, who uses the exact same phrase. Quite a double standard. Every person shall have the right freely to express and disseminate his/her opinions in speech, writing, and pictures, and to inform himself without hindrance from generally accessible sources. Freedom of the press and freedom of reporting by means of broadcast and film shall be guaranteed. There shall be no censorship. These are the words of Article 5 of the German Basic Law, which then clarifies, these rights shall find their limits in the provisions of general laws, in provisions for the protection of young persons, and in the right to personal honor. This move by Mainz FC raises important questions about the fundamental right to freedom of expression, which is supposed to be a cherished, essential value in many self-described democratic and free countries, including Germany. It highlights a broader conversation about the role of athletes in advocating for social and political causes, bringing into focus the complexities and sensitivities surrounding such matters in the realm of professional sports.